playing really well. Remember, he scored, was it in four consecutive games at the Santiago Bernabeu at the beginning of the season. It was a strong start, but Ancelotti realized very quickly that he cannot last 90 minutes, that physically he's not a player for Real Madrid. So he's taken a lot of very good decisions.
I will give a little bit of time, of course, given the benefit of the doubt. He's a very young player with the potential is very, very good indeed, of course. But in Real Madrid, the expectations are very high. You have to go there, you have to fit immediately. If not, the crowd will be very, very difficult indeed.
I think he's a star, not just of the future, but the present as well. OK, let's get back to Jerry and Kevin.
Welcome back to the Los Juegos Mediterráneo Stadium. Cristiano Ronaldo with the first half goal. His 25th for Real Madrid in all competitions this season. He scored exactly 50% of his club's goals so far this season. Remarkable. And that's aside from what he's done for his country. And how many column inches did that fill in England and Spain in the last few days? He deserves every single amount of praise that is coming his way currently. To their veteran goalkeeper Esteban for 3 or 4 important saves to keep them in this game. Real Madrid with a number of injuries at the moment. Varane's knee injury has cropped up again. That's a little bit of a worry for both Real Madrid and France. No Angel Di Maria. They're also without 2 left-backs in Marcelo and Fabio Contral. That's why Arbeloa is playing there this evening.
Yeah, and also Sami Khedira, Kevin, that's the big one. He's out for 5 months, so
could miss the World Cup as well.
But they've not really got that much cover now at centre half with news about Varane after selling Albiol in the summer.
Dubarbier managed to keep it in, but it's time enough for first Pepe and then Carvajal Howell to clear. Maybe an opening here now for Almeria. Verza. Lost out in the end to Iaramendi. Feeling at Almeria don't want to commit too many players forward to play a high pressing game because they know the pace Real Madrid have got on the counter-attacks to hurt them.
Yeah, that's the problem. We said it in the first half, Kevin. You know, you've got to get the happy medium right, and there's occasions when they will push 3 or 4 players forward. But when you drop off this deep, you're just going to encourage Real Madrid to keep passing and looking for an angle. If they push up too far up to the halfway line, then you're exposed to the pace of Ronaldo, Benzema and Gareth Bale.
No room for error when you face a Real Madrid team. You have to get your tactics absolutely spot on.
Well, all the best, Francisco Rodriguez.
Youngest coach in La Liga, incidentally. Yes. Francisco Rodriguez, 35. Stepped up to the first team this season after spells with both the youth team and the B team. Javi Gracia was the coach that won promotion at the end of last season. Almeria came through via the playoffs, beat Las Palmas and Girona to regain their place amongst the elite after 2 seasons away in the second division. Here's Vidal. We're going to test the pace of Carvajal. Dubarbier. It's a foul on Ronaldo.
It's good to see Recreativo and Deportivo, Kevin, top of the second division. It's early days. We're not even at Christmas yet. It's early days. There's not an awful lot between the top 14. The last time I looked.
Xabi Alonso. Another fabulous pass to pick out Benzema.
That's another great save, Kevin.
Well, I think the goal kick's been given. Carvajal thinks the keeper gets fingertips to this.
I thought he did. Let's have a look. He does. I think he changes the direction of that. Yep, he gets fingertips to it. That was going into the inside of the far post, and he gets his fingertips to it. Another wonderful save from Esteban.
Here's Aziz. Suso. Dubarbier. Vidal. Space here now for Ronaldo. Running at Nelson, breezing past him. Benzema's going to have to work to keep this in.
He's asking too much of him. Dubarbier does well also, Kevin, defensively. Gets his body in the way. They don't keep possession long enough for me. Almeria giving it away very cheaply.
As you saw, only a little over 13,500 inside the stadium.
Is there a problem with Ronaldo?
Certainly the atmosphere is a good one. They paid top dollar. I think the cheapest tickets to get in here tonight, €150. Highest ticket prices for a Real Madrid away game this season. Iaramendi. Most of the attention is still on Ronaldo.
No, he's not happy. He's not moving too well, is he? That's his game over.
I'm sure Ancelotti won't take any risks.
Well, I wonder will he bring Morata on, who's probably the most obvious replacement, I think. Oh, it's Hesse.
Well, when you're 1-0 down against Real Madrid, if you want to boost, Almeria have just had it, because Ronaldo's evening is at an end. Clearly a little pull of some description. Isco. Now Bale. Not quite happened for Gareth Bale so far this evening. This is where Ronaldo picked up the injury.
It's Vidal, isn't it? 1 and then 2. That's a blatant kick. There. That's a blatant kick.
So Hesse is on. Talented youngster, Jesse Rodriguez, one of many in the Real Madrid ranks these days.
Well, they've all come through, haven't they? The Nachos, the Casemiros, the Jesses, the Moratas. And then that's left the B team without their key players.
Now, they're bottom of the second division at the moment. The Castilla, they sacked their coach this week. Got 8 points from 15 games. Their star turns have been amongst the first team squad for much of this season. Here now is Isco. Carvajal.
Good ball.
And Bale! Well, that's some miss by Gareth Bale.
Well, he has to score, Kevin. I thought he was going to shoot, but he passes it to the far post, and Gareth Bale leaning back. There's a big opportunity here. Good ball from Carvajal. Just get over the top of it, hit the target, and you'll score.
Rodri with a header on, seeking out Vidal and finding him. Aziz, Nelson, Vidal, clearly blocked off. Arbeloa suggesting he couldn't get out of the way. He's going to see a yellow card, but I think he knew what he was doing there.
Yeah, I agree. It was blatant for me. Just wonder there was a little bit of payback there as well for Alex Vidal. It's a good position, Kevin. Set plays.
Torsiglieri. All genuine threats to Diego Lopez's goal here. Suso goes direct, forces a good save. Sees that quite late, Diego Lopez, and got down well in the end.
It's an excellent save, Kevin. Good shot into the near post, bends it round the wall. That's a wonderful strike from Suso.
Nelson. What do you think, Jerry, about Ronaldo? Do you think they might be just assessing some sort of hamstring pull or tweak?
Well, I'm hearing that it is a bit of a hamstring, but I don't think it's a bad pull. I think they're taking him off as a precaution rather than anything, Kevin. And I think it was the last run he made down the left side when he went to put the cross, and I think he felt it then. He's had a couple of knocks as well. He's had a couple of kicks.
And Soriano, who's preparing to come on for Almeria. Veteran at 34, he plays either as a support striker or genuine up front, but doesn't have a great deal of pace, so he'll be support in chief, I think, for Rodri when he comes on.
Yeah, he's got a bit of height though as well, and could make it very difficult for Real Madrid.
It's Verza who's coming off. It's not a quiet game really, haven't seen much of him. Soriano is in the third season of his second spell with Almeria. A couple of goals already for Soriano this season. Great stage to find a third.
Yeah, he's going to add a little bit of height into that attack. It's on ball, unfortunately. And Suso. This is the run here, I think, that he's done the damage, Kevin. Running down the left, he's went across the ball there, and I think he felt something go.
Isco.
Great ball.
Vidal. Isco. Alonso. Iaramendi. Given away by Benzema. Here's Ramon Aziz. Soriano. Looks as though he's taken up initially a deeper role than I expected Soriano. Maybe a license for Suso or Vidal to get in close support of Rodri. Offside against Rodri.
Well, he's nudged him, Rodri, as Pepe's went to head the ball, but I'd rather see it was Soriano put the cross in, Kevin. I'd rather see Soriano on the end of the cross, because he has got a bit of height. He's wrong side, Rodri, just nudges Pepe there in the back. That's what the free kick's given for. And Madrid's going to make another substitution. It's Morata, who's a real handful. Hesse.
Benzema. Oh, he struck that beautifully. Magnificent goal from Karim Benzema. Just past the hour mark. Just what Real Madrid needed.
Absolutely, with Ronaldo going off, all the pressure was on Gareth Bale and Karim Benzema, and that is a magnificent finish. On his left foot, coming inside, and he just bends it inside the near post. Lovely run from Hesse, slots it in, first touch is good, gets it out from underneath his feet, and he bends it with his left foot. A wonderful goal, and that's the points, I think, wrapped up for Real Madrid. They double the lead, takes all the pressure off. That's his last act as well. You know, he's bound to be tired after the exploits with France against the Ukraine, and on comes the energetic Morata, who's a handful. He will run and give these defenders a lot of problems, but he lacks experience, so he's going to get a lot of experience now in these final 30 minutes.
Just as well, the French international stuck that ball in the net, because clearly his number was up. That was firmly in the mind of Ancelotti to replace him with Morata.
I think that was his parting shot, as they say.
Here you are, boss. And
by the way, this is what I can do.
And I'll be in the starting 11 against Galatasaray on Wednesday. A win for Real Madrid would take them level on points with second-placed Atletico Madrid, who play next. We'll have that game for you. Here's Carvajal.
An interesting pass, that. The pass comes shot from Carvajal. The other thing I was noticing, Kevin, how well Illarramendi plays with Xavi Alonso when he's in the side. It's as if he just calms it down and makes it all seem simple. I haven't seen Illarramendi make any mistakes tonight at all.
Yes, Xavi Alonso is right for this team on so many levels.
Well, as an ex-Real Sociedad legend himself, that's where he came from before he went to Liverpool. I think that counts for a lot. Good ball.
Here's Morata. Aziz. Suso. Pellerano, given away cheaply to Carvajal. Here's Illarramendi. Isco.
Good ball.
Excellent run here from Morata. Miscued effort in the end from young Morata. Marcus Tebar, who's about to come on shortly, a midfielder for Almeria. Isco. Still Isco. Trying to find a pass here. In the end, crowded out at the expense of a corner.
No, it's great low centre of gravity from Isco, turning left and right and keeping possession, and finally he wins the corner kick and gives them a chance to make that substitution.
Pellerano then replaced, in a big evening for Marcos Tebar, born in Madrid, used to be on the books of Real Madrid. Unlucky.
Climbs really well here, Kevin. Good ball into the near post. Lots of pace on it tonight. He's missed a couple earlier on. That was a good effort.
Suso. Aramendi was caught there after the ball had gone, and Soriano is just trying to unsettle both Aramendi and Xabi Alonso. Still a little over a quarter of the game to go. Almeria must score next. We'll know that. Suso. Aziz. Tebar. And ball against Ramos, and a yellow card for the Real Madrid skipper.
He's no stranger to yellow cards, is he? Or red. You can see his left, he instinctively can't help himself, Kevin. He just sticks that left hand out. Still only in his mid-20s, he's got some record with reds and yellows. It's well over 14 now.
Well, the last free kick, Suso produced a really good save out of Diego Lopez. This one more central. And Suso again, window of opportunity to produce an eyebrow-raising comeback here. It's a stout Real Madrid wall. Dubarbier. Vidal. Happy to hear the whistle there, Almeria. They've got a free kick.
It's good pressing though from Aramendi and Co. And, you know, with a 2-goal cushion, Kevin, everything is exactly the way they want it. All the pressure on the opposition to push forward and leave space. They leave space then.
Aramendi. Ramos for Alonso, now Pepe.
Clever play from Pepe, gets his body in the way of Rodri. Forces, and he knows he's done it. Keep possession. That will frustrate Almeria even more. Offside, Morata.
Bit impressed with him though in his few cameo appearances this season. He's
moved to shoot, run flat for the first 4 or 5 steps and then bend it as the ball's being knocked forward. But an excellent footballer and got a big future. Just lacks a little bit of experience, Kevin. Alvaro Morata.
Isco. Gonna have a go. Why not?
Yeah. triumphant effort. Good first touch, good little 180-degree turn. Opens up for him, and he thinks, I'll bend this. He's off the target, but not too far away. The thing is, I'm looking at Modric on the bench and the squad that Real Madrid have got.
Isco. Looking for Gareth Bale. And it is Bale, 3. Finally, Gareth Bale gets off the mark tonight. He's had a number of previous opportunities. Isco will settle for an assist. And Gareth Bale scores his 4th league goal of the season and his 5th goal in the colours of Real Madrid.
It's brilliant thinking, because his initial run was going behind the defender, and the defender thought that, so he took a touch. The defender takes a touch. Watch this, Kevin, when Isco's pass comes in. And he sees Bale, and he's turned it. Gareth Bale, he anticipates correctly, and he sticks it in the back of the net. It's another goal, and it's a comfortable victory now for Real Madrid away from home. And saying that, the last 13 times they've played, I think Almeria has only won the once, Kevin.
So Oscar Diaz on. Free transfer last summer from Lugo. He's a striker. Got 15 goals in the second division last season. He's come on to replace Vidal. That is genuine support now for Rodri, but the game is very much over as far as Almeria are concerned. We're going to see a little 20 minutes from Casemiro, the young Brazilian midfielder. He'll come on to take the place of Iaramendi. As Jerry pointed out earlier, he has looked much more at home with Xabi Alonso alongside him. It's like a father figure.
Absolutely, he's came for Real Madrid as well. I know he was a big transfer fee, 30 million euros is massive. Sorry, was it more than that? Maybe 39 million euros. Yeah, it was. Isco was 30 million, 39 million was Casemiro. 100 million.
Yellow card for Esteban.
He's been warm about, hasn't he?
Don't want to do too many of those shuttles when you're 38.
Listen, he's done well tonight, Kevin. This game would have been over at half-time, but for Andres Esteban, he made 3 or 4 very big saves in the first half. Good to see Casemiro getting a game as well, getting a run out. Again, lacks the experience, the first team experience. That's why the B team manager got the sack. They're all playing for the first team squad now. And all the talent has been taken. It's an interesting one what he picks though, Ancelotti, for this match against Galatasaray, because Juventus will be hoping that Galatasaray lose, and it's still open as to who's going to qualify with Real Madrid.
Isco. Somehow found a way past Esteban. Very little backlift, and Isco gets a reward for his endeavours now with a goal, and Real Madrid are rampant.
Like their heads already down after the 3rd goal, and Isco's worked really hard tonight. He's created the last goal for Gareth Bale. He's on the score sheet himself. I think he means this. He sticks it through the legs of the defender, and there's nothing you can do about that. It's Tebar, goes through his legs. I think he meant that, definitely.
Well, if you want to follow the fortunes of the Spanish clubs in the Champions League this coming week, you can do so. Atletico Madrid away to Zenit. That's the early kick-off on Tuesday, Sky Sports 2. Barcelona against Ajax behind the red button, 7:30 on Tuesday, Sky Sports 4. Wednesday, Real Madrid, Galatasaray, 7:30 again behind the red button on Sky Sports 4. And likewise behind the red button for Sociedad's trip to Shakhtar Donetsk. Suso. It doesn't flatter Real Madrid, the scoreline, does it really? Just a bit of a surprise it took them so long to add to that 3rd-minute goal from Ronaldo.
Yeah, it was the second one they needed. Once they got the second one, it was plain sailing after that. Esteban did really well first half to keep them in it at 1-0. And then that second goal from Karim Benzema was all over. And you could see the despondency in the Almeria players, their heads went down. The third goal and the fourth goal were soft from that point of view, but they were already a beaten side.
Just in case you've joined the game late, Cristiano Ronaldo went off with an injury. Doesn't look to be a particularly serious one. And at least it's given others a chance to join the goal party this season.
Because they don't really need to start. And certainly it'll do no harm to give Cristiano a rest. But Cristiano's a big driving force himself. He'll want to score more goals in the Champions League and want to prove he is the best in the world. So maybe they'll put him on the bench and give him a run out towards the end. If he's okay, obviously, if he gets over that little pull.
Well, we know Messi's out with injury at the moment, but even when Messi was fit, the last few months, Ronaldo has been the best on the planet. No one can have an argument about that.
Totally agree with you.
But Ballon d'Or still going to be an interesting choice in January.
It is.
Quite agree with the comment that Ozzy was talking about earlier in the studio when he was mentioning Messi's international performances for Argentina. It often gets overlooked, you know.
Yeah.
And he was absolutely instrumental. He was given the captaincy by Alex Sabella, and he took that very much on board, and he drove Argentina, I wouldn't say single-handedly, but he was absolutely the standout player in their winning of the South American qualifying. And of course it's a huge World Cup for him in Brazil next summer.
Well, remember, the manager of Barcelona is Argentinian. I'm sure he'll do everything in his power to make sure Messi's going to be 100%. Great run. Unfortunately, he couldn't keep that one in play. Dubravia, he was caught out for the third goal. Left back.
This is all part of the learning curve for this young coach. As Jerry rightly mentioned earlier, Almeria didn't spend a single penny in the close season. They actually lost their top scorer last season in the promotion campaign, the Brazilian Charles. They accepted €1 million from Celta Vigo for him. That's why they brought Rodri in as his replacement. He's done okay, the Barcelona loanee, with 7 goals so far, but service, apart from 2 or 3 occasions in the first half when he had a glimpse of goal, the game has rather passed Rodri by since. And Real Madrid have gone on to stamp their authority on the game, and this must be a 5th for Morata, and it is. And how coolly has he taken that?
Cool as a cucumber. Bad defending. Do you know what I was saying, Kevin, about dropping too deep and pushing up too far? They pushed up on this occasion, and looks like he's beat the offside trap and then chipped the goalkeeper. An audacious chip as well.
And that goal from Morata will, maybe just for a short period of time, providing Real Madrid win by a 5-goal margin tonight, take them above Atletico Madrid into second.
Left back, haven't played them on. That's where it is. Dubravia again. If you look along the line, that's an audacious chip over the goalkeeper. It shows a lot of confidence and belief in himself that he can do that. Well done, Alvaro Morata, and well done, Real Madrid. It's a big victory now.
$20 goals, Jerry, in the last 4 league games.
You wouldn't want to be their next opposition.
Aziz. Tebar. Down to with a bump for Almeria after 3 straight wins. for a consolation here now with Nelson's cross, cut out easily by Ramos. Still time for Real Madrid to help themselves to a couple more.
Well, it's the right back, is it? That's who it is.
Nelson.
Nelson's the one that's played him on. He's even deeper. Barbier, but it's a wonderful finish from this young man, and he thinks everybody else is scoring a goal. I want one.
Isco.
Oh, another chance for Morata.
Another there.
It's good to see 5 different goal scorers as well, Kevin. It's always nice. They're shared around, and that does their confidence no harm whatsoever. It's a good ball from Casemiro.
Yese. Isco. Casemiro.
Wonderful pass.
Tremendous ball from Casemiro. Picks out Yese. Just about managed to keep the scoreline down to 5.
That's good defending. I think it's deflected into the side netting here. Nelson doesn't buy the step over. No, it's a goalkeeper. Give credit once again to Esteban. It's Esteban that saves that one.
Without the touch from the goalkeeper, I think that would have been 6. Isco with the corner, heading towards the last 5 minutes. Isco. Oh, tremendous effort. What a brilliant strike by Casemiro. He's so unlucky.
He was so unfortunate, Casemiro. What a great strike, Kevin, on his left foot. Have a look at this. Isco turning, twisting. Little step over, then he comes and he strikes it with the left foot, curls it. It hits the inside of the post and somehow it stays out.
Oscar Diaz. Suso. Good looking cross.
He's hit his own player.
Oscar Diaz with a shot. A follow-up was from Aziz. Kept out well by Diego Lopez. Well, I think you're right, Jerry. That was heading on target until it hit an Almeria player. Now it's Morata.
Good direct play from Morata there. He's got on his left foot and hit the target, forced the save. But I think that was Rodri who blocked it, Kevin. It was his own player got in the way. And look at the possession from the away from home side. Nearly 60% for Real Madrid.
Barbier loses out to Casemiro. And Tebar. Aziz. late one there from Soriano, but play continues. Here's Isco. Morata. Bale. Carvajal. Yessi. Don't forget the Madrid derby, Atletico Madrid at home to Getafe coming up next. Atletico will kick off very likely down into third place on goal difference behind Real Madrid. Barcelona winning earlier 4-0 at home to Granada to take their tally to 40 points. Real Madrid moving up to 34 alongside Atletico.
It's struggling there. Casemiro just doubled up, Kevin. I don't know if it was a knock from earlier or what, but it was unsettled for a while. Carvajal, wrong side. Very unfortunate. Xavi Alonso had the situation under control.
Damage done, really. Just beyond the hour mark when Benzema scored that fine second goal. Here's Hesse. Lovely feet, balance. He's taken on too much so in the end, surely. But a very good performance, Jerry, from Ancelotti's side tonight.
Yep, and the good thing is he's got Ronaldo off, he's had Benzema off, he can rest them. And he's given an opportunity to who have done really well. Morata, Hesse, Casemiro all coming on and doing well for me. Nice to see Isco back again, and he's in with a goal as well.
Arbeloa into 3 minutes of stoppage time. Alonso. The statuesque defending here from Almeria.
It's a real chance.
We're expecting the offside flag. They're all turned to the assistant on this near side.
Nice level. Real Madrid have created, I mean, I'd love to know the amount of shots, certainly on target. They've had well into double figures on target. They must have had well over 20 shots tonight. And for a team away from home, that's fantastic. Now this is the effort, and it hits Rodri. You can see ball's floated up into the air from wonderful cross. Diego Lopez gets it and hits him in the back. That's when you know your luck's out, Kevin. Not that it would have made too much difference to the result. Would have been nice for a consolation goal. Like Casemiro, he knows he's coming in and he just moves out of the way and lets him fall.
Pepe. Carvajal.
It's good play. Real Madrid playing their way out of defence.
Gareth Bale. Still Bale. That certainly had Esteban interested. Good outfit from Gareth Bale.
Well, he's coming inside on his right foot this time, but he hits it. And the keeper gets a touch to it. Well done.
final 30 seconds. A very accomplished performance from Real Madrid. Not too many negatives for Ancelotti to deal with. Clean sheets, always welcome. But for Esteban
Johnson. Great result for Real Madrid.
well over 20 shots and 20 goals in the last 4 league games for Ancelotti's Real Madrid. Don't discount them in the title race, a long way to go yet. Gareth Bale amongst the goals again, and of course Ronaldo too. Almeria 0, Real Madrid 5.
So good and bad news for Carlo Ancelotti. He had to come away from Almeria with 3 points, and he's done that. He'll be desperately hoping that Cristiano Ronaldo hasn't picked up a serious injury though, despite all the goals scored. So one big negative then, but there's a positive. Real don't lose ground on Barcelona, 6 points the gap, and go above Atletico on goal difference, although that may only last a couple of hours. Almeria wouldn't have expected too much out of that game, but they're 18th now in the relegation zone on goal difference.